Hi, I'm Abby. I have a lot of records, and this is the Vinyl Monday Woodstock series, baby! So welcome back, or oh gosh, the sunglasses are really gonna mess with this lighting. So welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time here. This is the series where once a week I sit down and talk about albums that I love. And this is part one of my three-part Woodstock series. So I'm already telling you, this series might not go how you think it's gonna go. There's always a hint at the end of the video, and I think you'll see where I'm going with this. So there are so many albums that I could have picked for a series that talks about the music that went into and came out of the Woodstock Festival. But I'm picking this first album here because this... But I'm picking this album to kick off the Woodstock mini-series with because, yeah, I haven't covered this artist since episode 4 of Instagram Vinyl Monday, which was 10 months ago. Long overdue, I know, but I like to keep a large number of artists in the Vinyl Monday rotation. I never do the same artist twice in a month. And I try not to do the same subgenre twice in a row. My one exception to that was Are You Experienced and Piper at the Gates of Dawn being back-to-back, but that wasn't of my volition. That was because of the CCR fiasco. And in regards to the big one, which will mark the season finale of season 1 of Instagram Vinyl Monday, as of me sitting down to film this, yeah, none of you have guessed it yet. I hope I don't get any feathers in my drink. Anyway, this week's record will be Janis Joplin's I Got Dem Ol' Kozmic Blues Again, Mama. Let's take this out of the plastic. My copy is a repress, at least I'm pretty sure this is. So remember how I said I'd learned my lesson and I was never going to buy another album for the express purpose of covering it on an episode of Vinyl Monday? I can explain. So I'm not going to be covering the Woodstock soundtrack. I think that would be way too obvious of a pick. Instead, my ring got stuck. I wanted to challenge myself and go a little deeper into the music that went into and came out of Woodstock. So I sought out Kozmic Blues and I bought it off Discogs to cover it on Vinyl Monday. Do as I say, not as I do. And I just want to give props to this Discogs seller for actually getting the record to me in a timely manner and listing its condition properly. Thank you, Discogs seller, very cool. So for the cover art of Kozmic Blues, this photography was done by Bruce Steinberg, and on the back we have text and design by Robert Crumb. Rob also designed a hype sticker with the album's title on it, but clearly I don't have that hype sticker as this is not a mint condition record. This is such a classic trademark psych rock album cover. It reminds me of the work that Carl Ferris did for the US cover of Electric Ladyland, which was referenced on the back of For Earth Below by Robin Trower. Robin Trower was the guitarist of Procol Harum, criminally underrated guitarist, by the way. This shot, along with the Fisheye Lens album art, it feels like, I don't know, it feels like a psych rock trope, you know? Like kind of a stereotypical psych rock album art. However, what you see is not always what you get. As for personnel, of course, we have Janis Joplin on vocals, and she is backed by her new Kozmic Blues band. This group consisted of Sam Andrew of Big Brother and the Holding Company on guitar, as well as Mike Bloomfield. She was also backed by Brad Campbell on bass, Richard Kermode and Gabriel Meckler on organ and keys, and Maury Baker and Lonnie Castile on drums. The Kozmic Blues band also featured a brass ensemble. Yeah, this was totally new for Janis at the time. We have Terry Clements on tenor sax, Snooky Flowers on bari sax, and a name I did not expect to see on this record, Luis Gasca on trumpet. Go listen to For Those Who Chant if you haven't already. It's such a good record, and it's got more members of Santana on it than you can shake a maraca at. It's such a cool listen. I actually have it in a playlist on my channel. Notable guests include Michael Monarch, Jerry Edmonton, and Goldie McJohn Olive Steppenwolf. They play guitars, keys, and drums respectively. Side note, why do we have so many people on drums? So Janis took Sam Andrew with her when that lineup of Big Brother and the Holding Company dissolved. Other than that, she didn't really take much of the Big Brother stuff with her onto the Kozmic Blues album. She added the brass partly because I guess Big Brother and the Holding Company didn't allow it, plus it was a good avenue for experimentation. From start to finish, the Kozmic Blues album took just 2 weeks to record. It was done from June 16th to June 26th at Columbia Studios in New York. From those Kozmic Blues sessions, we got the following songs on the record. The record opens with Try Just a Little Bit Harder. Then we have Maybe, One Good Man, and As Good as You've Been to This World. Side 2 opens with To Love Somebody, then we have Kozmic Blues, Little Girl Blue, and the album concludes with Work Me Lord. So there are 2 Janis originals on here, One Good Man and Kozmic Blues, which she co-wrote with Gabriel Meckler. In addition to his work on Kozmic Blues, Gabriel Meckler also produced records for Three Dog Night and Steppenwolf. Oh my god, Steppenwolf is all over this thing. A Bob Dylan cover was recorded for this album but left off, even though the lyrics and the arrangements were specifically reworked with Janis in mind. And it's worth noting that deluxe editions of this album feature her Woodstock performances of Summertime and Piece of My Heart. Which brings us into Janis at Woodstock. She performed her set with her Kozmic Blues band, and she performed 5 songs from this record during her set. Her set opened with Raise Your Hand, an Eddie Floyd cover, followed by As Good as You've Been to This World and To Love Somebody. Then Summertime, Try Just a Little Bit Harder, Kozmic Blues, Can't Turn You Loose, which is an Otis Redding cover, and closed with Work Me Lord. She also had a 2-song encore. She switched up the Big Brother and the Holding Company songs to fit this new Kozmic Blues sound, and she actually hated the way she performed at Woodstock. By the time she took the stage, she was quite inebriated, and of course that will affect your vocals. She was very dissatisfied with her vocal performance, and I think that is part of the reason why we do not hear her on this iteration of the Woodstock soundtrack. Maybe that's why her estate requested it be left out and we didn't see Janis's performance for a little while, but we will never truly know for sure. But the crowd loved her. She had a 2-song encore in which she performed my personal favorite Janis cover, Ball and Chain. An incredible... I think that was thunder. Oh boy, that was thunder. We really are getting the authentic Woodstock experience today. Hopefully I won't be up to my knees in mud. Anyway, Janis had an incredible command over the crowd. Even her off nights were phenomenal. So Kozmic Blues was released in September of 1969, a full month after her performance at Woodstock. This meant that Janis's Woodstock set, yeah, that was the first time she'd ever performed this material live. And this was her first solo album post Big Brother. When you listen to this, it's clearly not much of a psych album. This is soul, this is R&B, this is blues. This doesn't sound like Big Brother and the Holding Company at all. And when Kozmic Blues came out, it wasn't received super well. It didn't do badly by any means, but fans and critics were a little confused when this wasn't much of a psych rock album. So I feel like there's this misconception that all Janis ever did was the Big Brother and the Holding Company style stuff. This is the Piece of My Heart single, and on the other side, we have Kozmic Blues. I'll get more into that when I review Cheap Thrills in full on this channel in the fall. But for now, we're talking about the Kozmic Blues / Woodstock performance period. Cheap Thrills was not the style of music she was performing when she made her appearance at Woodstock. It was the Kozmic Blues style stuff with a big brass band behind her. I think Janis had the potential to be an incredible soul singer, and that's clearly what she was going for at this point in 1969. She honed that in more on Pearl, and I really wish she'd gotten to get where she was going. There's also this misconception of the modern legacy of Janis Joplin that she was a tough girl. She was a whiskey drinking, weed smoking badass that didn't give two fucks. And don't get me wrong at all, she was. She broke a bottle over Jim Morrison's head because he kept hitting on her and wouldn't take a hit. But Janis's power as a personality didn't necessarily lie with her being a badass. It lies with the other facet of her personality, and that is that she was sweet. Tough guy badasses hold people at a distance. They don't need anybody. Janis, on the other hand, was a sweetheart. She was a softie. She poured so much love into what she did, and you can hear it and you can see it in her performances. She stopped her Woodstock set more than once to check on the crowd, to ask if everybody was doing okay, to see that people had something to smoke and something to drink. She really loved and cared about her fans. She cared about people. And that is the power that Janis Joplin had. She captivated people because she openly cared. She let them into her heart. She found strength in weakness. There is nothing weak at all about wailing over a broken heart, and that's what the blues is all about, man. As Good As You've Been is a fantastic showcase of the Kozmic Blues band. I love that for the first half of the song, Janis just let them do their thing. They were an incredible group to back her up. The originals work well in the track listing. They're cohesive with all the standards and all the covers. That being said, the one song Janis wrote completely on her own, One Good Man, doesn't have a brass arrangement. Kozmic Blues does, and that makes it pretty clear what Gabriel Meckler contributed to the song. Little Girl Blue is breathtaking. It's definitely the most understated of the bunch, but it's beautiful in how tender it is. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have The Rain. Now, don't take the brown acid. And finally, we have Work Me, Lord. Oh my God. The line, the worst you can say about me is that I'm never satisfied, that would be the most heart-wrenching moment on this record, were it not for the end of the song where she's wailing, "Don't forget me, Lord, don't forget me, Lord," over and over again. It is such a moving and chilling emotional climax. Janis, we could never forget you. My personal favorites are maybe As Good As You've Been to This World, Kozmic Blues, Little Girl Blue, and Work Me Lord. And that is it. That is Kozmic Blues by Janis Joplin, and that is the first part of our Vinyl Monday Woodstock series. Let's get these sunglasses back on, just for the sake of the novelty. So, what do you think of Janis's first solo record? You should leave a comment letting me know what you think. I love hearing what you have to say about the music that I like, and also if you have any Woodstock stories, drop those in the comments too. Who the hell just honked their horn? If you like what I do here, you should like this video and subscribe to my channel. I post new episodes of Vinyl Monday every Monday morning at 11 a.m. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Bye! Hi everybody, B-Roll Abby here, breaking the fourth wall for you all. So, right now it is raining. We did get some Woodstock rain during this video, but now it's raining and the sun's out. And if I had to guess, if I were to get up and look in my backyard, there's probably a rainbow out there. And I don't know. I can't help but feel like the sun and the rain is Janis saying hi to us right now. And I don't know if you believe in stuff like that, but I absolutely do. Janis forever.